Page 54. 2. Let's listen. People are talking about fashions from the past. Listen and number the pictures. 1.
Oh, look at this. Typical early 60s. That's when guys started to wear their hair long, and girls wore their skirts really short. Remember the mini skirts and boots?
Oh, look at this. Typical early 60s. That's when guys start to wear their hair long, and girls wore their skirts really short. Remember the mini skirt and boots?
2.
This must be the 1920s, the roaring 20s. I love the dresses women wore then. Very straight, and they came down to just above the knees. And they wore their hair short and usually straight. Men looked handsome too with those wide trousers. They listened to jazz and did these crazy dances like the Charleston. What a wild time that was.
This must be the 1920s, the red 20s. I love the red women went there. Very straight, and they came down to just about the knees, and they wore their hair short and usually straight. Men look handsome, too, with those white shoulders. They listened to Jack and did the crazy dance, like the checkers. What a wild time that was.
3.
This is the late 60s, early 70s, of course. Look at this woman's big long skirt. It's very colorful. And the guys wore jeans and t-shirts with peace signs on them. It seemed that all young people had long hair.
This is the late 17th, early 16th. Of course, look at this woman's big long skirt. It's very colorful. And the guy wore jeans and t-shirts with piercing on them. It seems that all young people had long hair.
4.
This must be the 1950s, when boys had their hair slicked back and wore really bright jackets and those very tight pants. I wonder how they ever got into them, or out of them for that matter. The girls wore tight sweaters and wide skirts.
This must be the 1950s, when boys had their hair slicked back and wore really bright jackets and the very tight pants. I wonder how they ever got into them, or out of them for that matter. The girls wore tight sweaters and white skirts.
5.
Oh, this is the late 70s or early 80s. Both the guy and the woman have punk hairstyles, and their hair is dyed these really wild colors. The funny thing is, some people still look this way.
Oh, this is the late 70s to early 80s. Both the guy and the woman have punk hairstyle, and their hair is dyed their really weird color. The funny thing is, some people still look this way.
6.
This has to be around 1910. People dressed very formally then. Men had suits with long jackets, and they usually wore hats. The women wore long dresses and capes. Very elegant.
This had to be around 1910. People dressed very formally then. Men had suits with long jackets, and they usually wore hats. The women wore long dresses and caps. Very elegant.